but he still believe in Allah. But these actions are done occasionally by the Muslim and do not become his consistent habit. It fluctuates. Sometimes when he do something, you will see a sign of hypocrisy in it by his action. And Sheikh said, هو ارتكاب بعض خصال المنافقين مع الإيمان بالله ولكنها تصدر من المسلم قليلا ولا تصير ديدنا له. It's not his habit. It's not his habit, but it's always sometimes. It occasionally it comes and go. That is why it doesn't take him out of Islam. And Sheikh said, ومن علامات هذا النوع من النفاق ومن علامات هذا النوع من النفاق, among the sign of this type of hypocrisy, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, the Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم said, آية المنافق ثلاثة, the sign of hypocrites are three. The type of hypocrites or hypocrites are three. What is that type? You listen to it so that you, if you are part of this, you remove it. Go out from it. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, sign of hypocrites are three. إذا حدث كذب, when he speaks, he lies. It's a sign of hypocrisy. Anytime he speaks, he lies. May Allah protect us. And there are people like that in the society. Duk abin da zai fito a bakin su ƙarya ne. And that is why Rasul said in one hadith, وَإِنَّ الرَّجُلَ لَيَكْذِبُ, to the end of the hadith, حَتَّى يُكْتَبْ إِنَّ اللَّهِ كَذَّابًا. One will continue lying. Lying will become his habit until his name will be written before Allah a liar. La ilaha illallah. إِذَا حَدَثَ كَذَّبًا, when he speaks, he lies. This is one sign of hypocrisy. وَإِذَا وَعَدَ أَخْلَفَ, when he promises, he breaks his promise. La ilaha illallah. Even many people are here. When he make a promise, he will break it. وَإِذَا اؤْتُمِنَ خَانَ, when he's entrusted with something, he betrayed the trust. La ilaha illallah. Look at the society today. Astaghfirullah. Most of our politicians today are munafiqun. Most of our politicians today are what? Munafiqun, according to this hadith. I will not stop on that so that I will not be biased. Most of people, Muslims today, they have this sign. Most of us are liars. May Allah protect our tongue. Most of us will break promise. May Allah protect us from this. La ilaha illallah. Why do we say most of the politicians? I'm relatively 47 in my life, but up till now, the same thing since I become adult. The same thing politicians are promising us is still the same thing. Every year, every 4 years, they will promise you power. There will be constant power. Every 4 years, they will promise you good road. Every 4 years, they will promise you water. Before me and Allah, or before you and Allah, have they fulfilled that promise? They will promise good education. Every year, where are they, all these things? Madam, this title is very important. Malam yana ji na kuwa? Wannan karatun dama na ce maka zan dinga baka title. Yawanci 'yan siyasanmu yawancinsu munafukai ne game da wannan hadisin. Wallahi, you wait for me, malam zaka jira ne in dinga baka title. Most of our politicians, according to the teaching of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, most of them are hypocrites. When they speak, they lie. When they promise, they break the promise. And then when they are entrusted with responsibility, they betray us. Up till now, you will cry if you go to our education. Go to, when do primary school in Abuja, when primary school went back to school, when was that? Primary school. This is the foundation of all of us. If the foundation is good, wallahi, some people, what is there in the university? Tell me. If you have a good foundation from primary school and secondary school, wallahi, university is nothing. But look at the government. Look at the government today. Look at the private schools. Private schools are growing everywhere, every day, owned by most of them. Go to general hospital. General hospital are dying, but look at private hospitals everywhere. So poor man cannot go to school. Even the government school today, some parents cannot be able to afford it again. Go to JSS. Is it black and white talk about? Is it modern? Is it this? To the extent, go to black and white, to the extent, if your child is going to SS1, relatively now you spend more than 50,000 naira. Even what is the discrepancy between government school and private school? It's like this hadith is even talking about this country. When they speak, I used to be afraid. These people are not, they don't fear Allah. Look at before this president came. Look at the promise. Of course, they can't turn everything overnight, but your behavior and your character and what you are doing. For example, now, if you say we should be patient, I think as a leader, you are the first person to be patient. You cannot go ahead buying. You use an exorbitant money, possessing cars. You enjoy more than, and you tell us to be patient. Look at our senators. Look at what they allocate to themselves, and they will tell this civil servant this small money. They will deny them their right, but they will tell you be patient. And Allah is exposing them every day. إذا حدث كذب, anytime they speak, false comes out from their tongue, lies come out from them. They will promise you, we are going to give you power. They said after 4 years you don't have power, don't vote me again. They will do that promise, and they know in them that wallahi they are lying. Look at the education of our children. Go to villages. You will know if you have relatives in the village, if they come to town, they will go for service, but they cannot write letter. They cannot write formally. They cannot. Don't fault them. It's not their fault. Wallahi, it's the fault of the society. It's not their fault. We are very intelligent people. That is why anywhere you go in the world, you go in the world, any field of education, you see Nigeria is number one. We are very intelligent, but environment is killing us. To the extent we don't even know the value of education again. Do you know the reason? You will go to school, you will have the knowledge. There is nothing for you to do. I'm not saying you must work with government, but you need a level environment. As an engineer, you don't need to work with the government. If you are a barber, you don't need anything. Let the government give you light. But look at, they always come. Very soon they will start lying again. 200 what did they say? So very soon you start hearing another lie again. They say student loan. Had our brother as a Muslim, he does nothing. 8 years. We didn't see Abuja happen. We didn't see anything happening. You may say he's doing this, you may say he's stealing. You know, Nigeria are very funny. Steal our money, work for us, we don't care. Steal our money, work for us, we don't care. But you steal our money, you don't work for us. What can you compare these two things? Will you compare somebody that steal our government money and build companies for the Nigerians to work, and a person that steal our money and he took it abroad? Who is better? Who is better? Nobody can say Wiki is not working. Nobody, wallahi. Even if no matter how your mind is corrupt, you will know that this man is working. I don't know him, I've never seen, I don't even pray to Allah to see him. Because he cannot do anything for me. He cannot make me rich, he cannot make me poor. Who can make me rich is Allah. He can make me poor is Allah. But wallahi, we commend what this man is doing in this Abuja. These are people to be leaders. You give somebody minister, you always be in the mosque. Do we ask you to come and stay in the mosque? They said that man is a very good man. Good man. What is good man? Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Al-mu'min al-qawi khayrun wa ahab ila Allah min mu'min da'if. Rasul never rest. He worked until he died. This is the attitude of our politicians. And Nigeria belongs to all of us. It's Allah that destined for this country to have Muslim and to have Christian. It's the destiny of Allah. That is how He wanted it to be. He's the one that destined that power and leadership is shared between the Muslim and the Christians. It's Allah that destined that. Nobody do that except Him. We must allow people that will work for this country to work and leave our sentiment. We must leave our sentiment and allow people that to work for us. We are suffering. That does not mean they don't have their mistakes. May Allah continue to guide us. This hadith is very important. إذا حدث كذب وإذا وعد أخلف وإذا أتمنى خان. This is a sign of hypocrisy. This is the type. This is one of the type of hypocrites. وفي الحديث, in another hadith, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, أربع man kunna fihi kana munafiqan khalisa. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there are 4 traits, there are 4 habits. Whoever possesses all of them is a pure hypocrite. 4 habits, characteristics. If you possess it, you are a hypocrite. Khalis, pure one. Rasul said, وَمَنْ كَانَتْ فِيهِ خَصْلَةٌ مِّنْهُنَّ كَانَتْ فِيهِ خَصْلَةٌ مِّنَ النِّفَاقِ حَتَّى يَدَعَهَا. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever has this sign, this habit, is a pure munafiq until he desists from it, until he give it up. Number 1 is this 3 we mentioned, because this one is 4. إِذَا حَدَثَ كَذَبَ وَإِذَا وَعَدَ أَخْلَفَ. We have translated this right. وَإِذَا عَاهَدَ غَدَرَ. When he promised, he break the promise, he betrayed the promise. And number 4, وَإِذَا فَجَرَ وَإِذَا خَاصَمَ فَجَرَ. When he argues, when he disputes with people, he goes beyond limit. When he argue, when he dispute, when there is misunderstanding between him and somebody, he goes beyond limits. Lying, blaspheming, destroying, saying many things that he knows is not the right. If you like, he said, he go behaving immorally. He perpetuate evil when there is dispute between him and somebody. That is why you see a scholar. That is why you see a scholar, if there is dispute between him and somebody, he will say some things you will think he's saying the right thing while he's lying. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. We don't go into what people are saying, but there are things a scholar will say, you will weep. We've had a scholar that's saying that there is a scholar that was brought before a sheikh, drunk. We have had a scholar say a sheikh has made wee like a Lipton for him, like we drink the way we drink Lipton. I don't know whether I listened to that video. A sheikh is talking about another sheikh, that sheikh he drink wee to the extent it's like the way he take Lipton. Just because there is dispute between them. We are seeing them on the social media, even the big shuyukh. This person will say this person will say this, just because there's dispute between them. This is the behavior of munafiqun. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide us. النوع الثاني, we are moving to another aspect again now. النوع الثاني of the types of kufr, not the types of munafiqun again. If you remember, for a very long time we said kufr is divided into 2. Kufr الذي يخرج صاحبه من الملة. This is the second one. النوع الثاني كفر أصغر, the minor kufr, the minor kufr. And Sheikh said لا يخرج صاحبه من الملة ولا يصير به مرتدا إلا إنه من أكبر الكبائر إن لم يكن أعظم من الكبائر كلها. He said, it does not make one an apostate, this type of kufr, but it is one of the major sins, if not the greatest of all major sins. This is minor kufr. You think it's minor, but sometimes it may be dangerous. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said, أربع في أمتي هكذا من أتى عرافا من أتى عرافا أو كاهنا فصدقه بما يقول فقد كفر بما أنزل على محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. Rasul said, whosoever or whoever goes to a fortune teller or a soothsayer and believes regarding what he says, he has disbelieved in what has been revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أربع في أمتي من أمر الجاهلية. Rasul say 4 things in my ummah are from the affairs of pre-Islamic era. It's a jahiliyyah. Number 1, al-fakhru bil-ansab, boasting about one's lineage. Are you together? Akwai masu haka aiko? They pride, they have pride with their family. They will insult anybody. They boast with their lineage. وَالطَّعْنُ فِي الْأَنْسَابِ, slandering regarding others' ancestry, labeling or defaming others' people lineage is a sign of what? Of pre-Islamic era. It's jahiliyyah. A good Muslim will never do that. A good Hausa man will never think he has the best religion over other tribes. I don't know what I'm communicating. خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا. The essence of knowledge, the essence of tribes is for you to recognize yourself. إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. Arab man can never claim he's the best Muslim. A black man or white man can never claim he's the best Muslim over any other person. A Yoruba man can never claim Islam belongs to him. Igbo man, wallahi, if Igbo man has taqwa with Allah, is the best than Arab man in Medina before Allah. Inna akramakum inda Allahi atqakum. Religion is not for anybody. Religion is for all of us. So you can't claim the religion belongs to you. Is jahiliyyah. Whoever claims is the most religious is ignorant that is disturbing him. We must tell ourselves the truth. Religion doesn't belong to anybody. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna dina inda Allah. Religion belongs to Allah. You can't claim it. You can't say kabilu. As a mutum sai ce kabilu ba su iya addini ba, wai kabilu. Kuma kai waye? I don't know. Allah says wa qabaila lita'arafu. Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. Ya akhal fadil. Somebody is there in one small village is better than us because of his relationship with Allah. What Allah needs from you is not your tribes, because Allah has nothing to do with tribes. Because That is why you don't choose tribe for yourself. It's Allah that made you to be a Hausa-man. It's Allah that made you to be an Igbo man. It's Allah that made you to be an Igala or Ibira man or Yoruba man. You don't have choice. And your parent doesn't have that choice. That belongs to Allah. So that is why you can't say when they say there is minority in this country, minority in your own country, you are a minority. You say you are a minority people. Subhanallah, in your own country. Look at what white people do to us. Even in a state, for example, like Kano, somebody that in Kunchi local government cannot go to Taroni local government to work. It's not easy for him. They will say, go to your own local government in the same state. So it's a jahiliyyah for you to claim that you are better than somebody. So it's a sign of jahiliyyah. And Rasul said, wal istisqa bin nujum, and seeking rain through stars. Go back already. If it's not your field, you will not know. People seek name through stars because they say matarna kada, matarna kada. Is because of these stars. This was this and that. That is why it was rain. This is jahiliyyah. It's not Islam. Number 4, waniyaha, wailing over the dead. Somebody will be crying loudly. Crying is not haram for you to cry in Islam, but for you to screaming loudly, that is what Allah doesn't want. Rather, to cry when you lost somebody is recommended in Islam, because there are some situations if you don't cry, you are creating more harm to yourself. So crying out, when you cry out, your situation, your problem less. May Allah continue to guide our iman. And Sheikh said, and part, another thing, وَمِنْهُ كُفْرُ النِّعْمَةِ, and part of minor kufr is for one to deny the blessings, ingratitude to the favor of Allah upon you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَضَرَبَ اللَّهُ مَثَلًا قَرْيَةً كَانَتْ آمِنَةً مُطْمَئِنَّةً يَأْتِيهَا رِزْقُهَا رَغَدًا مِنْ كُلِّ مَكَانٍ فَكَفَرَتْ بِأَنْعُمِ اللَّهِ فَأَذَاقَهَا اللَّهُ لِبَاسَ الْجُوعِ وَالْخَوْفِ بِمَا كَانُوا يَصْنَعُونَ. In Surah An-Nahl, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and Allah present an example, a city, Mecca, which was safe and secure, its food provision coming in it in abundance from every location. Look at Mecca. There is no rain in Mecca, but there is fruits, any different types of fruits. You will first see it in Mecca. Why? Because of the prayer of Prophet Ibrahim. رَبِّ جَعَلْ هَذَا بَلَدًا آمِنًا وَارْزُقْ أَهْلَهُ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ مَنْ آمَنَ مِنْهُمْ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. Prophet Ibrahim has prayed for that country. That is why today you go to Saudi, every angle you go there is fruit, and it's the most cheapest food to buy, and it's the most difficult food to buy, fruits to buy in our own country. Now I don't even know when I eat apple again. Da Allah kuwa ban san shi na ci apple ba yadda ba na so ba, kuma ba yadda ba da kuɗin ba, saboda abin da apple zai siyo min fa, abubuwan da zai siyo min a wani wuri kuma zan dan samu abubuwa guda 3-4. Apple kwaya ɗaya sai in sai shi a kuce 600 ko 700 guda ɗaya. Ai ni kadai zan ci kenan ba iyalai. Apple we cannot afford it. But go to Arab countries. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Our leaders, may Allah guide them. They have really harmed our soul. They have harmed us. We cannot eat some good fruits we cannot take in our house. Do you remember the day you buy apple like 20 and take it to your family? 20 apples. 20 apples. As a kind of Allah. 20, because some of us that we have, if you have 10 children, more than 10 children, can you buy apple? Except you, za ka dan sai guda ɗaya a waje ka dan wanka ka cinye ka buga je gida. Apple, you cannot eat apple. You can see what our politicians has led us to. Apple, I'm talking even about apple, man. Apple is very, you know what happened to our country is that our leaders doesn't want us to enjoy. It's a crime for you to enjoy. Wallahi to them. That is why, look at when phone came out. There is one former Senate president. He said, cellular is not for poor people. He said it. Phone is not for poor people. So anything that has to do with enjoyment is not for you until you go to Jannah. This is what our politician has rendered us to. Rather, Allah has blessed us in this country that, wallahi, you don't need to beg before you eat. A noodle of rice today is how much? Even the rich people cannot keep 10 bags of rice in their houses again. Sai dan ayyana ma zalimi ba shi da dangi. Mana. If you have dangi, if you have relative, kana da dangi, kana iya boye shinkafa buhu 20, yunwa zai kashe su. If you are conscious of Allah, I don't know what time now. If it's time, you alert me so that we can pray. May Allah continue to guide us. Let us look for somewhere and stop. وقال أيضا Allah subhanahu. Look at, I was talking about Makkah. The fruits were coming from all locations, but they disbelieved. فَكَفَرَتْ بِأَنْعُمِ اللَّهِ. They denied that ni'mah, that favor from Allah. فَأَذَاقَهَا اللَّهُ لِبَاسَ الْجُوءِ وَالْخَوْفِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tried them with poverty, with hunger and fear because of that act they did. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَعْرِفُونَ نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ يُنْكِرُونَهَا وَأَكْثَرُهُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. يَعْرِفُونَ نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ. They recognize the favor of Allah, but they denied it. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, most of them are kuffar. So denying the favor of Allah upon you is a kufr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Rasul sallallahu qala Mujahid wa ghayruhu. Mujahid said, when they say Mujahid is one of the translation, one of the exegesis of tafsir. He said, meaning regarding this verse, قَوْلُ الرَّجُلُ هَذَا مَالِي وَرَّثْتُهُ عَنْ آبَائِي, is for one to say, this is my wealth, I inherited it from my father. He says it's a sign of arrogance. Because some people will say, this money I have is because I'm very intelligent too. It's because I'm very smart too. This is kufr. But it's a minor kufr. It doesn't take you from Islam. But it's a kufr. Don't feel the favor of Allah upon you. Okay, ask yourself, when you are in school, in secondary school and university, the most intelligent person in your class have not gotten job up till now. So it's not about education. It's a favor from Allah. No, I have never seen any president that it has first class. Most of the presidents we've had, they don't even have degree. But they are leaders. So it's not about your university. Somebody will say, when I was in university, that governor, he used to write my exam. When I write it, that is what he's writing. But he's your governor. So this is a favor from Allah. And he gives who he wills. May Allah continue to guide us. It's not about, we can hear mathematics. Mathematics I get you, Baba. We are here, mass. So say, let's look for where to stop. وفي الحديث, in hadith, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "At-tahadduth bi ni'matillahi shukr." At-tahadduth bi ni'matillah kufr. Speaking out, spreading regarding the favor of Allah upon you is gratitude. Some people, Allah will enrich them in their family, but they cannot help they can't assist them. You are denying the favor of Allah. This is ingratitude to Allah. Showing gratitude to Allah is for you to assist people through what He blessed you with. Allahu Akbar. And he said, وَتَرْكُهَا كُفْرٌ. Deny it is kufr. And he said, وَمَنْ لَا يَشْكُرُ الْقَلِيلِ. Whoever does not thank for little, whoever does not appreciate little, لَا يَشْكُرُ الْكَثِيرِ. He will never appreciate much. If somebody cannot say, may Allah sakar al khairi for the little money you give him, wallahi cannot appreciate you if even you give him much. And he said, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَشْكُرُ النَّاسِ. Who does not appreciate human being, لَا يَشْكُرُ اللَّهِ. He will never appreciate Allah. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Duk wanda ba ya mutane godiya, wallahi ba zai wa Allah godiya ba. وفي الحديث, in one hadith, Rasul said, العهد الذي في حديث رواه أحمد والترمذي وغيرهم, العهد الذي بيننا وبينهم. Rasul said, the covenants, the difference between us and them, as-salah, is prayer. فَمَنْ تَرَكَهَا فَقَدْ كَفَرَ. Whoever leaves, abandons prayer, has been disbelieved. And he said, هذا عند من لم يكفره من لم يكفره الكفر الأكبر إذا ترك الصلاة كسلا. And this is according to those who does not consider it a major disbelief or apostasy if one abandons the prayer out of laziness. If you abandon prayer out of laziness, it's a kufr, but it's not a minor kufr, because you acknowledge the prayer, you are just being sluggish regarding observing it. What will take you from the fold of Islam is for you to deny there is nothing like 5 daily prayer. This is a major kufr. May Allah continue to guide us. Where I'm erred, may Allah forgive me. Where I'm right, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide us. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.